Hi guys, James here. Welcome to Tibaldi Goes Model Works, and we have another inbox review for you to hear today. Sorry about that. It's ICM's 1/48 scale OV-10A Bronco US attack aircraft in 1/48 scale. Kit number 48300. So obviously by this box I've had it from new. So let's swing the box round. This one has some little bit of information on it. Suitable for 14 years and over. Obviously has the importer as Hannon's. The end got the same box art as the front, and this side has got 4 colour scheme options. No information given. So what I'll do is we'll pop the cover off, and we're greeted by a white cardboard box here. Now we'll pop it open. Oh yeah, decals are everywhere. And this one, yeah, I've got a mask set in here from Clear Prop. Run 2 decal sheets. Big what's it of plastic in there. We'll have a look at the instruction booklet first, because it's fairly quick. I'll put this down there, and I'll drop it into view slightly. That's what it's nice A4 booklet. Again, in Ukrainian and in English. Has a little bit of history there. Colours, ICM's colours and the Tamiya colours. A bit of the keys, and let's have a look at the instruction booklet. So obviously, first 2 pages, I've got the colour. I've got the sprue callouts. So we've got the A, B, C, 2 B sprues, the C sprue, the D sprue, the E times 2, the F, one little bit greyed out there or pinked out, and 2 W2 screws. So all the weapons there. Obviously this one has the obviously they're very clear instructions. So obviously building up the ejector seat, the base of the ejector seat, the back, putting it together, putting it on the pull ring there, it says times 2, putting the rail on the back, putting the seat in the cockpit, the rear seat in the cockpit, putting the instrument panels in the back, control column, and throttle levers, etc. Then this one has the foot pedals, instrument panel, this one's got a note that says you can use part D44 as a template. So you've got, obviously you've got to make up another ejector seat there. Again, rinse and repeat, putting the foot pedals on there. And then step 17, we've got all the greeblies going in. Cockpit sidewalls, instrument panels. Yeah, building those side panels up, building the instrument panel up, building up all your bits in there, so you can have some fun and games putting some lead wire on that. And yeah, got some bits of the undercarriage there. And then on this side, we've got the cockpit halves. You've got to put parts in the cockpit. Framework for the windscreen. Again, they say you use F2. It goes for the glazing on there, so you're going to have some fun and games with this one. Putting the cockpit in, putting the both sides in, and putting the interior in there. And then we've got building up the undercarriage. Say no glue for that bit. Undercarriage doors. Oh Christ, what's that called? That bit, stanchion. Again, closing up the base. And we've got to make the little sort of like stubby winglets, drilling holes and whatnot for it. Boom. There. Then installing those parts in. Put another part of the undercarriage doors in there. Then putting on the nose wheel. Again, you've got to leave. I would advise you to leave that off because you'll get it knocked off anyway. Putting on your sway braces there. Machine guns in there. Obviously assembling up the wings, the wing internal sides of the internals for the wings. Drilling some holes. Fitting the wing pieces there. Again, fitting the flaps and the ailerons here. Put some bits on the top of the wing. Very busy. Putting the wing on top of the fuselage. Putting the glazing in. Yeah, and then you're building the canopies there, building the main undercarriage up, and undercarriage base. So you've got to decide whether you want them on, because it basically it's doors open or not. So on this one, I have noticed they don't say anything about nose weight in this one. It's interesting. So you've obviously got the options of putting them in the front of the prop area and in the nose section. All the bits of the pilot, rinse and repeat, making up the undercarriage that side, building up there. Very modular. Then we've got to fit those pylons, fit the tower plane. Again, 3 parts to the tower plane. putting on the some little bits there. I think they're vortex generators. They might not be, or air brakes, one of the two. Yes, you either do or you don't put them in. Putting your wiper blade on. Again, fitting the main wheels and fitting all your little aerials on there. And then on this bit is where we're starting to add the weaponry and the ordnance. Obviously they've got what they're called there. So you've got rocket pods, drop tanks, napalm. Obviously the bombs, various bombs and the rocket pods there. Obviously long fuses and short fuses. Obviously we've got the weapons loadout for each option there. And that's it, finished. Obviously masking set masks to cut out there are provided, so you can do that, or you can do it with a masking set like I've got. And then we've got the marking options, and this is the Light Attack Squadron 4, Val 4, Black Ponies, Bin Twy 1971. Nice colourful tail. It looks quite interesting in grey, that one. And this one is more traditional. It has the olive drab. This one's a Marines one, Marines Observation. And this one's Tactical Air Support. Again in grey. Again, it's got shark's teeth on it. Everyone likes some shark's teeth. And this is the final version. So Marine Observation Squadron 2, Da Nang 1970. So we've got all the tiny little stencils on there. Yeah. Looks like it could be quite interesting. Not. Let's have a look at the decals. Again, that's the US armament. Virtually no carrier film, well, some carrier film on some parts. Not the clearest of decals. That one. This one. It's okay, a bit glossy. The carrier film's a bit glossy. So you might be a bit of a challenge to fit this. To do the decals, but again, not much stencil detail on there. So not a problem. Oops. Put those back in the box. I'll get the sprue bag out. Obviously these are self-adhesives bags, so I will put this back in the bag. Right, so that's the first bag. And this one, well, sprues are laid on top of each other in here, so we've got lots of little sprues in here. So let's sort this out. Right, let's have a look at this one first. This is the Ace sprue. Again, raised and recessed rivets. Nice cockpit detail there. Yeah, you're gonna have some fun and games with seams on this. Obviously that jet pin's slightly raised there on both sides. A little bit of interior detail on this sprue. Again, the exhaust halves here. Lots of rivets. Lots and lots of rivets. That part you'll have to be careful of because you snap that off. Why have they got the gear bay doors so they're attached to the undercarriage? I don't understand that. Never mind. So that's the A sprue. And this is the C sprue. So it's the tops of the wings. Again, flash recessed and raised rivets. All the pylons there, the wing or the little stubby winglets. Nicely moulded. That one. Again, a bit of the not much detail on the other side, to be honest. Again, undercarriage doors. Why they haven't been made separate, I do not know. A little bit flash on that one. So yeah, not bad. And this one is a B1 sprue. So these are little bits of the pylons. Again, lots of raised rivet there, so you're going to have fun cleaning this up. You're going to have to be so careful. I think Nigel had problems when he did his Tade. So, lots of rivets. Lots and lots of rivets. Again, pylons. This is the B2 sprue. Loads of rivets in there. Again, they put the sprue like that. So you're going to have to be careful with that because I've obviously dumped them all in a bag, and you can wait and see they'll get damaged. Again, B sprue again, tail plane, other side of the pylon. Lots of rivets on there. Lots of little vortex generators on well executed on the tail plane. Very nice too. Yeah. And this is the glazing. I have to find out how to open the bag. Actually, no, I'll leave it in the bag because you're going to see the glazing anyway. The glazing, again, nicely executed, very thin. Little bit of flash on the cockpit. Not many issues with it. So that's really good. Okay. I'll just pause it there and I'll just open up the other bag. So, this is the D sprue. We've got some very interesting shaped sprues in here, but hey ho. Obviously, cockpit interior, flaps, undercarriage doors, etc. Why they're moulded in one piece like they are, I don't know. Pure laziness, simplicity of the tooling, I don't know. But hey ho. A little bit of the cockpit there. It's nicely done, but this is leaving me very, very cold, this kit. This is the E-sprue. Again, we've got 2 of those. Yeah. Wheels and spinners. And all little greeblies and machine guns there. Sway braces. Gonna have fun cleaning those up. Again, grab handle like that. That's going to break, isn't it? A little bit of padding on the seat. More flaps. Nicely executed, but it's disappointing, isn't it? So we'll have a look at E again. Again, why have they put the sprue gate in the middle like that? It's going to snap. Part's going to snap. Why do Big Moan? It's like with Mini Art. They're doing exactly what Mini Art do. They're putting the sprue gates on the middle of the part. You know the part's going to snap off and break in two. But yeah, what a pain in the bum. Right. Yeah. Hopefully that's just the sprue that's bent, it's not the bloody parts. Obviously the ordnance. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Not bad. That's one sprue, that's a W2 sprue. Again, parts being pushed off the sprue. And again, second part, stressed part there. That's what they have when they're putting all these sprues together. Nicely moulded, but leaves me a little bit cold. So, that's my inbox review of ICM's Bronco. I'm somewhat disappointed in that. Oh well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And bye for now.